Hey, how you guys doing? My name is Clinton Crawford and I'm an instructor at San Diego Surf School. I'm here today to talk to you about safety when it comes to surfing at the beach. One of the first things you want to do when you're paddling out and going out to surf is when you're walking out into the surf, you want to make sure you shuffle your feet. A lot of stingrays populate the coastline here in San Diego, so you want to make sure as you shuffle your feet, you're sending vibrations through the sand, and what that's going to do is that's going to scare off the stingrays. They're more scared of us than we are of them. The other thing is, by shuffling your feet, you're avoiding having the option of stepping on them. When you step on a stingray, that's the only time that they can sting you because their stinger is like that of a scorpion. The other thing, you want to make sure that you stay in the surf zone when you're surfing down at the beach here. You'll be able to see a checkered flag that, with a sign below it, that will designate the swimming beach and the surfing beach. Right there you can see is a perfect example of it. The lifeguards patrol this area for safety reasons to make sure that nobody gets hurt and nobody gets hit by a board and there's no confusion of swimmers and surfers. Also, when you're going out to surf, you want to be conscious of where you are in perspective to everyone else out in the water. You want to pay attention to that because you don't want to get hit by a board if someone doesn't know what they're doing, and you don't want to hit someone with your board. One of the other things that comes into play in safety with surfing is when you fall off the board, you want to fall away from the board, which I know sounds redundant, but you want to make an effort to do that and also cover your head when you fall into the ocean. The reason for that is you don't know where the board's going to end up and it could potentially hit you in the head. So it's normally, when we do lessons, they're foam boards, and foam boards don't really hurt that much, but it never feels good to get hit in the head. The other thing is, when you come up out of the water, you want to put your hand up and feel around for the board. Once again, you don't know where the board is, you can go to stand up and hit your head on the fins. Also, always wear sunscreen. That is one of the most important things. Me personally, I know I cover my face in zinc, so I'm totally white and you can't even tell it's me. One of the other things that I wanted to touch on was rip currents. As the waves break onto the beach, they break over something called a sandbar. A sandbar is elevated sand above everywhere else on the sea floor that causes the wave to peak and break over it. So once it breaks over the sandbar, all of the water is sitting inside on that side of the sandbar, and it can't stay there. Obviously, it has to get back out to the ocean somehow. So what the water does is it pushes against the sandbar and it finds the weakest point and it breaks through. Now, one of the things about rip currents is they sound dangerous, but they look actually very inviting. Most people mistake the calmness of a rip current because the rip current of the water is pulling it all out and there will be no waves breaking in that area. So most people will think that's the perfect place to go swim. They'll get caught in the rip current and get pulled out past the break. A common mistake that most people make while in a rip current is they'll try to swim against the rip current. You never want to do that because you're going to waste your energy and you're going to put yourself in danger of drowning. So one of the better things to do is you can allow the rip current to pull you out. All it's simply going to do is pull you out past where the waves are breaking, and you can then swim parallel to the beach and then swim in. Another thing you can do is just right off the bat, swim parallel to the beach and swim in from there. You never want to panic. You want to stay calm and cool and collected while in a rip current because you never want to waste your energy, like I said before, because it puts you in danger of drowning.